First performed in 2007, Beyond the Neck is the story of 4 characters that are all inextricably linked through one thing, the Port Arthur massacres. The complexity of this script comes from the intertwining and interruptions of the other 3 narration-type characters with the one character giving a monologue. David Ritchie brought a really interesting shakiness to his all-male character that really fitted his story. However, for me personally, the standout was Dana Briley, who played the teenage girl. She highlighted a really fitting, really nice insecurity and discomfort in the character every time she talked about her father, who she lost in the Port Arthur massacre. They were all great. All the performances were great among all the cast members, all 4. It was super good. However, the one major problem for me was the lines. Now, some of the characters, namely the old man and the young boy, did stumble over their lines a couple of times, and there were bits where I noticed them looking at the director, waiting for like a nod or a shake of the head with whether or not they said the right line. So that did take me out again, but their acting, other than that, was so great that it always sucked me back in no matter what. On to the set! Now, the set itself was very minimalistic, but it worked perfectly with the whole feel of the theatre, as it only sits maybe 80 to 100 people. And so if it was too much, it'd be overwhelming, and if it was too little, there wouldn't be anything to look at. So they nailed it perfectly. And because of my glaring incompetencies, I forgot to take a picture of it. However, I found this gorgeous one that I then drew on. That'll be just here. Whoop-ah! And it's right here. Okay, now if you'll see here, we've got Dana there on the right. She's playing the teenager. And then we've got the little boy in the middle. And then we've got the old man up at the back near the stairs. Those are the stairs. And then we've got Jessica on the left, who's the mother. There we go. Now, Marcus knew what a complex and overwhelming script this potentially could be. So what he did to combat that was the use of sound and lighting to make everything a lot more clairvoyant. Lighting was used to highlight certain characters when they were talking and fade out the other 3 characters who are now in the narration role. And towards the end of the play, there was great use of candlelight and dim overall lights that really added to like the solemn feeling of the whole thing as they all finally come together at the end. Other than the line drops that I said before that honestly weren't that much of a big deal for me, the whole play had a bit more of an amateurish feel than I would have liked. But other than that, the acting was great, the lighting was great, the stage did what it was supposed to, and overall, it was a great play. All in all, I would highly recommend anyone see this play in any of its iterations over the rest of the year, as I believe this run has finished today. But overall, it was a great play. Actors were great, directing was great, everything was great. Love you, you're great, beautiful.